Dungeons and Dragons.
This is pure feudalism, right? Everything belongs to us, and by us I mean me.
Everything, well, if it's pure feudalism, everything belongs to the queen, and she's allowing you to stay here.
All right, so we're going with modified feudalism.
I don't think Jerry quite understood what he meant when he said pure feudalism.
I understood. I just misjudged my position.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is The Natural Ones, a D&D podcast, bringing you the laughs and the jams in whichever order. How's everybody doing tonight? We got Aiden, Jerry, and Pat.
What's up?
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Wonderbolt.
That's awesome.
That's French.
Aha, thank you. But I think we were just about to talk about what happened the last time, and we started off with a little bit of a bang. You all got to the Ironhold Keep, your new home away from whatever home you want to be from. Mm-hmm. And with that, some familiar faces popped up. Of course, Shalou was there to kind of get the lowdown on what happened in the Underwoods. But there was also a few faces from Brinst, if you can recall, and Treespire. Mm-hmm. Jerry, the artificer, and your lovely Q was there.
Mm-hmm. I sent Jerry on a task.
You did, and then your friends told him to not go.
They undermined me?
Yes, we did.
We wouldn't do that in this party, would we?
Jerry's gonna be real lucky that I don't remember sending him on a task when I run into him later today.
But I think you did send Tim on a task to go hire Toby, so that way you could fire him personally on your return.
Oh yes, yeah. I wanted to rehire Toby so that I could fire him then.
That was pretty funny. And then we also had Loon, who was, turns out, a spy, and he happened to be around, also reporting some information that he had been gleaning about the neighboring city of Azula. And outside of that, you found out that Maritza and Tim, we mentioned Tim earlier, are working as kind of like your spy master handlers. They're going to kind of help you organize information gathering while you're not specifically on location. So that way, as things are moving and it seems that tension is rising between the monarchy and the UTC, you can have more eyes in more places, and that can't be a bad thing. For sure. Yeah. So after that, you had much debate of where to go to next. Ultimately, this was decided, though, by Hugh as he threw a dagger at the wall, and it landed directly into a fly on Kellum.
I was aiming for Grizz.
I think that is true. Did you roll like something really silly?
I think I did, yeah.
So that is kind of where we left off. We talked about you guys were going to spend a couple days, recuperate a little bit from all of your recent adventuring, and then head out. This session, we are going to fast forward that couple of days, so that way we can get on the road again from downtime. And you had sent out a group of guards, some of the not extra guards, because I feel as if your keep has enough people for the size that it is, but some of the people were working some overtime for you as they went out on patrol for a couple days and on the road to the south, because you had heard that there were some bandits or something like that going on the roads and stopping people and robbing them. And as they return, they report that everything has been pretty clear. There were signs, however, of some banditry. There were several charred carts spotted about 12 miles south on the road, but there was not a sign of anyone who they may have belonged to. If anything, it would serve as a warning to a wandering farmer in the vast fields. The guards also report that the cart had been burned sometime in the past week, and that it's not surprising that no one else has spotted it yet, as you are deep in the breadbasket of the Roselands.
I'm gonna, as we start today's session, I'd like to establish that I'm currently on the water slide that I had installed in the
Fountain?
In the fountain, yes.
Yes.
I'm taking a last dip in the fountain.
Yeah, fortunately for you, between Waro Clank, your blacksmith, and Brim, your master of keep operations, they were able to cook up a very nice polished iron. It's probably closer to a steel, like a polished steel slide that has been greased up especially for you, Hugh.
It's
Excellent.
nice and hot in summer sun.
Doesn't iron rust like really easily?
That's why I changed it to steel.
Oh, okay.
I thought about it. I'm like, that's gonna not be comfortable on your tush.
Hope you got your tetanus shot.
Yeah. For
So-
reals.
So that was a fun thing that you had installed. Did you need it painted any colors, any specific thing like that?
Bright fuchsia.
Bright fuchsia. Okay, and on the third day, as you are ready to
And I'm
depart,
gonna name it the Titty Twister.
Shouldn't they be like dark purple?
It was named the Titty Twister because the first time I went down it on my stomach face first.
And it wasn't wet yet.
had not been greased.
Brim, a small gnome, had actually been like running after you as he saw you climbing up the ladder to get on top of this slide, and just didn't get there in time to tell you that they had just installed it and they hadn't greased it up yet for you.
I still have the burns. The friction burns.
Oh my gosh, it's too funny. But yeah, now on your third day, you wake up and leave your small home inside the keep, and you notice that it has been painted a bright fuchsia with Titty Twister written on the outside part of the slide spiral. So anyone who will come into this keep will know the righteous ride of the Titty Twister.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Love it.
As you are about to leave, you head outside of the keep at the south entrance, and you see that there is a new addition that has been built fairly recently. You didn't see it before because it was outside of the keep, but some new stables. And while you're at these stables, you're fitted with a horse each, and since Shalou is gone, Maritza kind of sees you off and says to you, I made you, how the fuck was her voice?
It's an adventure every time.
It is an adventure every time, but she's super flirty. I do remember this. I have a present for you.
For me?
Well, maybe for you. It would make the most sense for you to carry it, as you have the most room on your horse.
I think Grizz finds that very funny.
Well, it's because I have the biggest horse. I specifically took Big Sebastian.
Yeah. Big Sebastian II, an enormous Clydesdale, is the crown jewel of this stable, as two quarter horses walk next to it as the rest of you will depart. And Maritza kind of says, I put these together for you, but you only really have room for one of these bad boys. There's 3 separate packs. Pack A, or the first pack, has some extra rations, 2 healing potions, a spyglass, a grappling hook with 50 feet of rope, because you never know, a steel mirror, 5 pythons, and 1 harness.
What the hell's a python?
It's for rock climbing.
Yeah, it's like the nail things that they put into the rock face that you can string rope through.
Interesting. Did not know that had a very specific name like that.
Yeah. And then in pack B, this middle one here, there's some rations, 2 healing potions, caltrops, 10 of them, a lantern, a flask of holy water, a 5-pound bag of flour, and a flask of oil. And in this last pack, I couldn't give you rations because there wasn't enough room, but there's still 2 healing potions, a portable battering ram, a 5-pound sledge, fishing tackle and rod, 100 feet of line, a grappling hook, and sealing wax.
Sealing wax. I'll take the third pack.
I think we should play on hard mode and refuse all 3.
They're all trapped. Can I check for traps?
Sure. roll an insight check.
Do we know anything about the terrain we're heading towards? Have we been briefed on the terrain?
Yeah, as you earlier this morning before you left, you went back to the headquarters of the keep and gathered around the table just to get another peek at the map as you were leaving. And as you noted very wisely, Hugh, I may add, you'll be traveling through the countryside, surrounded by farmland, for probably the next 50, 60 miles. And from there, you'll take another 40 miles to get through the plains to Kellum.
Huh. So I don't think we need the climbing equipment, since we're all over plains.
Wait, we have to pick just one pack?
Yeah,
Yes.
one
Oh,
pack.
okay. I misunderstood.
I feel the caltrots will be most useful in the plains, but I kind of like the battering ram. But
Is that the third pack that has the battering ram and the fishing pole?
That is
Yeah.
the third pack.
The sealing
I don't
wax?
think we're really going to be needing a fishing pole, though.
I feel like we can always just bust down anything we need to. I think we can fashion a battering ram.
Yeah, my hammer is pretty sturdy.
That's true.
For that sort
That's
of
true. He
thing.
does carry around a giant
What-
hammer.
What else was in the pack with the caltrops?
There were some extra rations for 3 days, 2 healing potions, a lantern, a flask of holy water, a 5-pound bag of flour, and a flask of oil.
I feel like we're due for some vampires, guys. We dealt with some zombies. I think we're due for a vampire attack.
So
I'm
what does
gonna-
holy water have? How does that help?
Do you not know how to handle vampires?
Do they not like
Chris?
holy water?
Have you never faced off against the sophisticated undead?
That wasn't in Twilight.
Are they not really not into holy water?
Yeah, they're really not into
Okay.
holy water.
They
I thought they
gargle
like
with
crosses.
No, it's holy water makes them burn.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll take that pack. I
Yeah.
think that's probably a good idea.
It sounds like the most applicable
Yeah,
pack.
and I've always wanted some caltrops.
So I'm taking pack 2 on my Clydesdale.
That's it. You guys got pack B, and I'll copy and paste this so you guys know what was in it. In case you forget, it will be forever in the chat,
Which we probably will forget.
which is why it will be in the chat.
I'm adding it to my item list right now.
Okay, cool. So, I haven't tried to do this yet, but can you just like add items from somewhere and then they'll
Yeah,
just be
it's
on your sheet?
character sheet and then bio.
Excellent.
That flour will come in handy. It makes some food and whatnot.
Sorry, so
Little-
we're heading towards Kellum. Where are we starting from again on this map?
The Ironhold Keep.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
I thought that just said Ronhold.
And we're going south. Yeah, basically exactly south.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight south.
Okay.
The flour, little known fact, flour is explosive.
What?
That's true. I did know that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we want Hugh to have a 5-pound bag of.
I wouldn't say it's explosive. It's highly flammable.
Yeah, flour is very flammable.
Interesting.
Combine that with some oil.
I basically gave you medieval thermite. Minus like the black powder. But you have a guy who's carrying around a rifle that's full of black powder.
True.
And judging by the last arc, I don't think he was afraid to get into some explosive work.
I think he prefers it.
All right, so you depart, and Tim is also gone. Everyone, you basically kicked all of your friends out of the keep as soon as you got there.
Yeah, I don't want him touching any of my stuff. That's gone.
They have their own places to sleep.
Don't touch my stuff. No one better ride the titty twister while I'm gone.
Did you remember?
That's a fan favorite of all the gnomes, though. You know.
The gnomes can ride it. They're cool. They're cool.
Okay. Did you make sure to put a "Do not touch" sign?
Yeah, and it's just a picture of Hugh like rubbing his nipples. It's just like
So weird. So strange.
yeah. Don't go in there then.
Fair enough. So you guys begin your journey. Did you have a set amount of time you wanted to travel before you stopped for the day, or you had the report from your guards that approximately 12 miles south there was the evidence of some banditry? Did you want to like go straight to that or go past it?
Yeah, I want to check out that evidence of banditry.
Sure.
Excellent.
Totally not a trap.
So
We have to go in that direction anyways.
yeah, you are going that way. I think
Yeah.
that was why you sent them that direction.
Yeah, we did.
You kind of sent them ahead of you to kind of see what was going on and if you were going to run into any additional trouble on your way. So as you make your way 12 miles south, still in the farmlands, you come across the burnt out shell of a cart, and there isn't really any sign of life. It's right there on the side of the road, in between two separate crop fields, and the wheels seem to be intact, but the entire body of the cart itself is a black charcoal with just a little bit of wood remaining around the edges.
Hugh would like to commune with nature and ask the corn what happened here.
Damn it. Just what I
Children of the corn!
just
You didn't
what
predict that one, didn't you?
Just what I think. I had all my bases covered.
Lend me your ears.
God damn.
Get it? Get it?
Oh my god.
Hugh, we get it.
God.
Good luck.
I'm trying to think if there's any any corn that I've ever come across in pop culture that I can mimic.
I feel like just give it like a good like almost southern farmer accent kind of.
No, I'm thinking like Iowa. Like just
Iowa doesn't have accents though. They're like the Midwest just is like
you
as
should
bland as you get, even with their speak.
Aiden, we have fans.
speak as slowly as possible and long and drawn out. Jeez.
I think that's worse.
Yep.
As you commune with nature,
Commune with corn.
They lend their ears as you hear the chorus of voices ringing out all around you.
It's like a rock show.
It just sound
10
like Jonathan
10,000.
Davis doing twists.
10,000 people just all yelling at me all at once.
Hello,
Hello, Iowa.
I'm Iowa. One particular stalk of corn shouts out to you from the front row.
True fans. Hey, I noticed this cart's turned into a lump of charcoal over here. You guys see what happened?
Fire.
Yes, fire does cause that. Do you know who set the fire?
We didn't start the fire.
Okay. Do you know who did?
Ryan started the fire.
The lady started the fire.
Was this lady wearing all red and had resting bitch face?
You killed her.
How do you... Okay, so it's who I thought it was, but how do you know that?
Word travels fast, apparently.
Apparently, like, what was her name? Gormata or something?
Gordana?
Gordana.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, she's dead. I've already forgotten.
Just kidding. It was not Gordana.
How do you know who she is? I'm now more suspicious of the corn than anything else in this picture.
The forest talks.
Okay. All right. So back to square one.
How did that work out, Hugh? Was that
It's not going. It's not
Finding
going
anything
well.
out?
I'm tempted to make some popcorn to show these guys who's boss.
No.
Who started the fire? And you better not tell me it's always been burning since the world's been turning.
It was the lady with the pestle
With the pestle.
and the mortar.
Is that All right, I'm at a loss, guys. Help me out here.
Is that like the D&D version of
We
Boots
have
with
no
the fur?
idea. We have no idea what they're saying to
Yeah,
you.
you're talking to the plant.
Oh.
You're literally talking to corn.
So you guys are just hearing whisper. I'm like, I don't know, guys. What do you think?
Chris, you want to be the one to tell
Yeah.
him? Or?
Hugh, we don't know anything you're saying right now, pal.
Can you guys remember any lady with a mortar and pestle?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Any other information you'd like to volunteer, Children of the Corn?
Make a perception check for me.
9 plus. I just had it.
You can also just click it and it should auto roll it for you.
Oh. It's not. I clicked. Oh, do I click something else?
Let me double check.
Oh, no. I was clicking the wrong thing. There we go.
Okay. That's much better. See?
No.
Yeah, so a 16. Yeah, with a 16, you notice as the corn reply this last time, and they're like vibrating and like shaking as they're trying to get your attention. And as you kind of hear them talking, like in all directions around you, pretty much, except for like on the road itself, you just hear them kind of in a shimmering chorus yell, "Over here!"
Okay. All right. I take Skarl and I just like chuck him on top of the ears of corn like he's crowd surfing. So
Okay.
he can go investigate what's going on.
Did he just throw Skarl?
Yeah, he does that a lot. Honestly, he's not really a very good pet owner.
I feel like we should like do something.
Skarl's not a pet. He's a member of the party.
It's true, it's on the table. What are you two doing while Hugh is communing like this? And then we will continue.
I want to
on.
like check out the wagon and see if I can determine what's going on with it, like what kind of wagon it is, where it was, what it was carrying.
And I'm gonna take a look around for any kind of tracks or footprints or anything.
Okay, I need both of you to make investigation checks for me.
11.
6.
A 6. So, with an 11, you notice that there are several articles of clothing, a jacket near the cart itself, and then as you look to where Hugh is kind of standing at this point, you see you see some pants, you see a sock or two, and you can also make out 3 sets of footprints leading deeper into the cornfields.
Okay.
And Aang, with your 6, you're able to clearly see that path leading off into the cornfield with a clear break in the rows where several stalks had been pushed over.
Hey, Aang, you see this path here?
Yeah, I was just about to point
Yeah,
that
I'm
out.
curious. Can we tell which way the path is? It was people walking from the path towards the wagon, or they broke in the opposite way?
Going in the opposite
Okay,
way.
so they're walking from the wagon. We can follow this path, I suppose, if we want to figure out what's going on here.
And as you are having this part of the discussion, Hugh, at this point, is throwing Skarl on top of the corn down this same path where there are broken stalks
Naturally,
left and
yeah,
right.
of course.
Yeah.
I found it first.
And it's actually it's pretty wide. The path that you kind of see in front of you is probably about 7 or 8 feet wide.
Are we going this way? Are you just gonna throw your lizard and just that's it?
I mean, I'm gonna go get him eventually.
I go for the lizard.
All right. We all sit here and we watch Skarl amble forward.
Yep. I need one of you to roll a d6.
Don't all jump at
Oh,
once.
I can do it.
I got it.
Okay.
All right,
2.
a 2. Okay. Now with a 2, as you descend into the near darkness of the rows of corn, you guys are following a path of broken stalks twisting and turning in the field. The field abruptly ends, opening up to a small cottage made of wood and plaster with a thatched roof. There's several more articles of clothing outside of the cottage, and at this point, I'm going to need you guys to make some Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Is poison corn? What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
And natural 20.
Yeah, so Aang, you got a natural 20, giving you a 22. Gris, you had a 4 with a natural 1. And Hugh, you rolled a 3, giving you a 6.
I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only plus 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a 1 plus
the parentheses is what
yeah.
is.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Still not great.
My mistake. Still not great. Still not
bad.
great. So, Aang, as you're standing there looking at this house this cottage for the first time, you notice your two friends just continuing to walk into this opening, unafraid, and walking pretty much right up to the door. And Hugh and Gris, you notice there's this sweet aroma filling the air. It smells wonderful, like pie being pulled out of the oven.
That sounds good.
And
Are we talking meat pie or fruit pie?
Were you about to say human
pie.
pie?
fruit
No.
pie.
No.
Okay. Well, you made that H sound. It was making me worried.
No.
Yeah, no.
And for some reason, you feel very compelled to go up and knock on the door, throwing caution into the wind. After all,
Okay, now I'm gonna ask: is it human pie?
no, it is not human pie.
It smells
But-
like fruit pie.
It smells like a fresh, raspberry and
Peach.
blackberry pie.
Okay, that works too.
What did you say, Aiden?
Peach.
Oh, yeah, sure. Raspberry and peach pie.
I heard meat. Like just
Raspberry and beets.
And meat. Beets, meats, and automobiles.
All right. So I'm knocking on this door?
Yeah, you and Hugh feel very compelled to knock on the door. I mean, after all, who could turn down fresh
What do I
pie?
notice about this place? What's it look like?
It looks kind of like a very traditional cottage. Like I had said, there's like white plaster covering the outer walls, and the wooden frame is exposed with a thatched roof on top of it. Aang, you actually notice, and you two don't notice this as you're very into the idea of free pie. And but Aang, being able to withstand the enticing aroma, you notice a slight purple sparkle coming from the chimney of the cottage. The smell is nice, but the cottage gives you an odd feeling in the pit of your stomach.
Guys, I don't know about this.
Aang, like pie, dude. Pie. And I knock on the door.
And you knock on the door.
We're fucked, guys.
Wait, sorry. What did Aang say? What did Aang say? Grizz is too busy, or Hugh was too busy smelling pies.
He saw this pink and purple, slightly sparkly smoke coming out of the chimney.
Ah, okay.
It smells nice, but it gives you an odd feeling. It gives Aang an odd feeling in his stomach.
Yeah, my odd feeling is I'm hungry.
Yes, that is exactly. You've been riding your horses for a few hours at this point. You're on the lookout for things, so you're using your energy to stay focused. Well, hopefully you are. And oh my goodness, I have to find the part where you don't do the thing that I thought you were gonna do.
Was it burn down the house?
That was potentially one of the options.
That's still an option. I'll take it.
You knock and the door opens, and a little old lady greets you. Hello. Welcome to my humble home. Would you like to come in?
Oh, I'd love to. Hi, miss. My name's Grizz. This is my friend Hugh, and we couldn't help but smell the delicious pie that you're making right now. It drew us here. Could we have some?
Oh, why yes, of course. My pies are rather famous. Is your friend going to join us?
Nah, I'm good.
You're going to stay there? Outside? Come in. Come on, Draghi, come in.
Come on.
Come on, Aang.
Fine, but I'm not eating the pie.
You're embarrassing me in front of our wizard friends.
All right, so the three of you enter the cottage, and inside is a very eclectic and strange assortment of dried herbs, and you see large bowls of fruit everywhere. There's sacks of flour and sugar, each labeled with very scrawling cursive, clearly labeled by hand and not from like a specific vendor. No signs of any kind of UTC or anything like that. Which you're kind of growing accustomed to seeing now. Like all of the goods are stamped with that stuff. Yeah. But other than that, you see she has a large fireplace with an additional stove kind of built off the side of it, and you see a wooden rack where there are several pies cooling. It looks like, as well as a cake on a plate and a bowl of cookies.
Oh my goodness, this is like a smorgasbord. Is there a place for me to sit down?
Yes, there's actually in the middle of the entire cottage there is a not large, but a medium-sized table that could easily sit all three of you. And she comes over with two very warm. You can almost see the heat, moisture rising from the pieces, as she brings over 3 pieces of pie.
Oh, I'm so psyched. I'm sitting down. I'm ready to eat.
Please try this pie. It is a good berry pie.
Good berry pie. All right, let me take a bite. I'll take a bite.
Yes. You taking a bite?
As soon as it gets put down, I want a bite.
I'm gonna grab a fistful of cookies and shove them in my face.
Oh, okay. And Aang?
I'm just gonna sit there and just
wait for the bad stuff to happen.
Yeah, just look on with with a lot of hesitation. Just not looking forward to it.
I want to feed Remulus a cookie under the table.
Okay.
oh shit.
As you guys are eating, it tastes amazing. This is probably the best pie and the best cookies you've ever had. Remulus is his tail is thumping on the floor. You can hear it. He's excited, and this little old lady comes back over towards the table, sitting down on a 4th stool on the other side of you, Aang, and says, "My little one, why will you not eat?"
I'm not hungry, ma'am.
Oh, but you've been traveling, I'm sure. Look at your companions.
I'm just shoving it in my face. I'm Aang, you gotta try this.
Trying to watch my figure. You know how it is. Gotta be able to stay in my armor.
I take a stack of cookies and I make a little kind of tower of cookies on the table in front of me, and it's probably 13, 14 cookies tall. And I just kind of Joker my face onto the stack of cookies. just slam my face into the table
Hugh
and just
is
consume
deep-throating a stack of cookies right now.
Yep. That is.
But I can make these disappear.
Exactly.
You see, your friends are quite ravenous.
I'm happy for them. I'm glad they're enjoying it.
Surely. Why did you come here?
We got a report about the burned cart out just outside the cornfield, and saw this beaten path and followed it. Got a little suspicious about it.
Is this all your corn? Does this corn belong to you?
Oh, heavens, no.
How would you describe your relationship with the corn?
I go to and from. Sometimes I stop here and sit amongst the corn, I guess.
So you would say you have a friendly relationship with the corn?
I would say so. I connect with nature and things that grow.
Excellent.
Do you know anything about the burned cart?
What burned cart?
It's just on the other side of the field there. Didn't see any smoke or anything?
There are no carts for miles. How long have you been in the sun? Please, eat something. You must get your energy back. I think you are very confused.
I'm good. Please, you have my piece. I can't possibly eat it. I want you to enjoy it.
I have my own piece right here.
Is she eating the pie as well?
She is eating the pie.
Still don't get a good vibe from it.
Can you tell us how you make these pies? They're amazing.
With a lot of love.
Oh, that's how I imagine my mother would have made a pie.
If you had one.
Right, exactly. Thanks, you.
Yeah, anytime. Always here.
She looks at you strangely, Gris, and she says, "You are not from these lands, but your mother did make a good pie."
Oh, thank you. I wish I had known. But this is well, I would take a second piece if you're offering, miss.
Of course. Would you like some? There are only a few left, but some cookies, or maybe I can give you some of this cake.
Oh, cake sounds great. I love cake.
Of course, of course. She gets up off of her stool and like hobbles over to this shelf where the cooling racks were and everything else, and cuts you a large piece of lemon-smelling bundt
Ooh.
cake that she brings over to you. Icing still like dripping. It's not like solidified
Mhm.
yet. The icing's like dripping down onto the side of the cake. It's like a sweet vanilla icing kind of thing. She brings it back over and puts it in front of
Oh.
you. Please enjoy.
I dig in. How does it taste?
It tastes pretty amazing.
Oh, my God, so good.
It tastes like a lemon custard put into a cake form. It tastes exactly the perfect amount of sour and tart with sweet, and you are totally ignoring anything else around you as you're eating this cake.
Oh, it's so good. I'm just digging in.
Now I want cake.
Can I cast Detect Magic on these baked goods?
Of course.
So I detect magic and try to see if there's some kind of weird spell that's been placed on these pies that make them so susceptible to the smell and everything.
There is magic literally blinding you as you cast a spell. Everything in the cottage, even it seems like the cottage itself seems to be magical, and the food is no different. You really can't tell, but you might be able to see a couple different hues of color around the food where there's definitely some enchantment magic going on.
Guys, this place is packed full of magic.
I know
It's just oozing off of everything.
I know. Have you seen these cookies? They're
Yeah,
magical.
seriously, dude.
Meaning it's inside the cookies and the pie.
No,
I
I
don't
know.
Get a good vibe from it.
I know. Love is in the air with these cookies. Believe me. Go to my bag of holding for later.
Aang, are you still not eating?
Yes, I'm still not eating.
Even though she's eating pie?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm holding true. Staying on my diet.
Can I offer you something else? Maybe some fresh fruit?
I'll just have an apple that I brought with me.
Oh, but please don't be rude.
I mean no disrespect, ma'am. Clearly, it's wonderful food.
It is full of disrespect.
Hey, you're embarrassing us in front of our wizard friends.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I have a strict no food from strangers policy.
If you insist. And you guys are still sitting there eating your sweets and your baked
Mhm.
goods.
So good.
So, Draghi, my friend, what brings you to this neck of the woods or the fields?
Like I said, we got a report about the burnt cart.
Oh,
out on
yes,
the other
yes,
side of the
that's right.
field, and
The cart with the thing. I don't even know where this cart was. Is there a road nearby?
it's just on the other side of the path that we followed to get here.
I see.
I'll show it to you if you want.
I believe you.
But we're on our way down to Kellum.
Oh.
Investigate the explosion that happened down there. It's curious if there's some kind of link.
Curious indeed. Curious indeed. I heard of this incident in Kellum.
Oh yeah? What about it?
I see it in my sight. It was not what you think.
What do you think I think it was?
Well, you said it was an explosion.
That's what we were told.
While there was some combustion, it was no meaningless explosion.
No explosion is meaningless in a city like Kellum.
There are meaningless explosions. Ask your friend here.
What? Me?
Yeah, your gut's exploding. Okay.
She was actually looking at you, Hugh, so she kind of laughs as you say that.
Oh, I know he likes to just explode things.
Yes.
That's nothing new.
I've seen this in my visions. Well, if you insist, can I get you any water, anything to drink? If you insist on not eating.
Yeah, some water will be fine.
Oh,
I'm parched.
very well. She gets up and goes over to a small barrel where she flips open the lid and gets a ladle of water out. And this is like a barrel behind you, Aang, so you kind of hear what's going on, you don't really see it.
Mm-hmm.
And as she turns around to give you the water, she hits you on the head with the ladle. And
Son of a bitch.
Should have had some cookies.
at that moment, all three of you, everything goes black.
Oh.
How does an old woman like that knock me out with a fucking ladle, though? What kind of fucking ladle is this woman holding here? Okay.
Zektown here. Here are a couple shows we think you should check out. In a world shattered, threatened by chaos,
I will have your blood for breakfast.
swarms of demons terrorize the masses.
You kind of hear them as you approach them, all cackling.
Forgotten by the gods who once protected it,
Nyx and Myliki guide me.
5 heroes make a stand against evil.
Cal, Morgul, of Fear.
I am Horatio King.
I am Nose Manaka.
My friends and allies call me King.
I am Duran the Gale.
But darkness creeps around every corner.
Chaotic vagary. Strike of the Thunder God.
The drama,
Oh god, they're gonna kill Kaijin!
the romance,
And he embraces him with the cradling motions of the queen's ice crown on the ship.
and hope.
It's pretty incredible that such powerful people could come together.
Will their courage be enough? Or will chaos sink the world into madness? Descent into the Void, a D&D 5th edition podcast. Download now on all major podcast apps.
Are you itching for a good story? Laughter among friends, maybe even a mystery or two? Well, you're in luck. Fire Breathing Kittens is a standalone Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Each episode is a separate 3-hour-long story, like a movie for your ears, so you can listen to these adventures in any order you like. So, join us on a real play D&D quest as we solve mysteries, attempt comedic banter, and enjoy friendship. Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. Fantasy, action, mystery, friendship.
Looks like we got a promo here for Game Johns, that's JAWNS. Join Riley and her crew as they delve into everything games, from upcoming titles and nostalgic classics to game development and intriguing interviews. Learn and laugh alongside this ragtag team of indie devs. Whether you want to philosophize about the definition of a game, discuss the hype behind virtual reality, or discover games you've never heard of, Game Johns is the crew for you. For more things Game Johns, check out allmylinks.com/Game Johns, JAWNS, and check out their Twitter @Game Johns for all the news and announcements. And we're back, I swear. I swear we're back. Back to the action. Starting now. Sorry, Aang.
Does he take damage from that?
That's to be seen. You guys begin to arouse from your slumber, and something isn't right.
How do I feel? Do I
You
feel
don't
full?
say.
You feel actually kind of cold, and
Oh, okay.
as your eyes start to open and the chill in the now nighttime air, you notice that something's very wrong, and it's very wrong because you're upside down.
Oh.
And not only that, You seem to be hanging by your ankles 30 feet in the air, and there seem to be two large chicken legs running through this field and you seem to be that you can see as you're going.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
We got
like a disembodied pair of chicken legs?
No, like you can't really see. Like you kind of look up and you see that the chicken legs are attached to the cottage.
Guys, I'm starting to deduce some things.
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm stuck. Can I try to free myself from where I'm at?
Wait.
Do I have my burglar's pack still on me?
We have a
No, all three of you. You're really cold because all three of you are butt naked.
Oh no.
So we have a small Slavic woman who is a fortune teller and has a giant pair of chicken legs, guys.
Wait, she has chicken legs?
No, not her. I think we got a code Baba Yaga, guys. I'm calling code Baba Yaga.
Oh, what? I don't know
Do
what that
they
is,
teach
you.
nothing in school today?
What school? I learn in the streets, man.
I couldn't afford to go to school.
Yeah, I went to the school of hard knocks,
All right, I
you.
guess you guys are gonna find out.
So, like, I whip my tail around to cover my junk, and I'm just like, can we please, can I try to get out of this situation? What are my feet held? Are they tied in with rope? How exactly am I suspended in the air?
You're tied with rope at the ankles.
Okay, can I try to, like, crunch up and
keep in mind we're 30 feet up in the air right now.
I'm dexterous. I'm gonna try to free my ankles.
These chicken legs are making some moves. You're moving.
Wait, so wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm very confused. We're tied onto the house, which is on top of
giant
chicken legs. Okay, I'm going to still try to untie myself.
Do you really not know anything about Baba Yaga?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
This is wonderful.
I've heard of it, but I don't know.
I've heard the name Baba Yaga, but that's all I know. I thought maybe it was like I don't know. I don't know.
I had a suspicion that there was some kind of weird fairy tale folklore.
I definitely assumed it was like a witch. I thought it was like a Hansel and Gretel witch, but I didn't care.
Hansel and Gretel witch is kind of based on Baba Yaga.
Yes, it is.
Interesting.
It's basically the same thing minus the house on chicken legs.
Yeah, I don't remember that part, so I'm gonna try to free myself. I'm gonna try to free my ankles.
Make an athletics check for me.
Athletics?
Yep.
Okay. 7.
You struggle and you get your crunch going, and then you look at the rope and realize that there is no knot. You're just the rope itself folds back into its own braid, and it's just wrapped around you. Almost magically.
That sucks. Okay. Hugh, you got any
the
ideas?
House roughly looks like this. I just dropped a picture and made it bigger.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Can I use my frozen breath to try to freeze the legs to make the house stop moving? And
yes, you
can
fall
over.
You can totally do that.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna aim straight for the knees.
And Hugh, you are just waking up at this point. You ate a lot of cookies.
I ate a shit ton of cookies. Now I think it might have been a bad choice.
Told you guys.
All right, so I have to make some kind of saving throw. I'm just gonna roll a d20. I fail. So how do you want? Do you want this to do damage? Like, what do you want this to do?
I want. I basically want the legs to like to freeze up and just kind of like everybody just kind of like falls off to the side, and we just everybody just kind of comes crashing down, and so that way we like are able to try to kind of get our bearings and are at least like back on solid ground for a minute to try to escape.
Okay.
Maybe try to get back into the house.
Okay. As you do this, you are able to hit both legs, and the chicken legs stop what they're doing. You notice that they weren't completely frozen, but you did throw a lot of ice onto them. They kind of one of the chicken legs picks up and kind of like hits itself into the other leg and breaks the ice off. But since you did that, this little old lady pops out of the chimney. You don't see this, but pops out of the chimney and flies down in a mortar and pestle.
She's in a mortar and pestle?
She is in a large mortar and pestle.
The corns make more sense. I forgot that part of Baba Yaga's legends. Yeah, instead of a broom, she flies around in a mortar and pestle. The Russians are weird, man. The Russians are weird.
Okay.
Slavic folklore is glorious. Let me tell you, I love Slavic folklore.
This is the worst Star Wars ride ever. I'm gonna ask her. So listen, I am upset with you, but since I'm just hanging here, do you have any pie I could have? Kind of hungry.
That's what knocked you out in the first place, you dumbass.
I'll take some more cookies.
My 3 Draghi, what did you do? You, the Dragonborn. I offer you thrice, but still I failed. So here you are, just hanging. What a sight to prevail.
Hey, I took a pie. Why am I hanging?
Because you offer nothing, no gifts for me.
I mean, I never got a chance to reciprocate. I have gifts.
I got stuff. I got a rolling pin. You want a rolling pin?
Good for baking.
It's true. Hey, how about that, huh?
That is very nice, but not what I need. And as she says this, the 3 of you start falling, and as you land on the ground, magically you find yourselves in what appear to be giant eggs. As you hit the ground, the eggs almost instantaneously form around you and shatter, breaking your fall. And she starts throwing down all of your clothing. Sheila has flown away up into the cottage again, is throwing your clothes out of the window. For you to put on.
I guess I get dressed.
Hold on 1 second, and as you guys get dressed, you notice that the house is starting to sit.
This shit is weird, guys.
I think there was a bunch of acid baked into those cookies.
There was something baked into those cookies.
I tell you the truth the first time. Just love.
Okay. Alright, so why did you string us up like that? I don't understand what your deal is. If you wanted payment for the pies, I would have happily paid you in kind for it. I mean, they were amazing. Quite amazing.
Do you have anything lined up? Because I think we have a real shot at making a line of bakeries that can really bring in the gold pieces, if you know what I mean.
I think that's pretty obvious from what you said.
I only make my baked goods for personal consumption. And I do have more pie if you're still interested, my little Gris.
I would love some for the road. It was quite amazing.
Of course. Come back inside and we will talk. Now that you are learning a little humility for your less thought out actions.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go back in the house.
So, do you know who I am yet?
I do not. My name is Grizz. And
Hugh,
you?
Do you not know the daughter of your devotion?
Salvados, is he responsible for this shit? You know, I've got to have words with Salvados. This is the, upteenth time that I've been hung up upside down and naked because of Salvados.
Did you not get dressed?
No.
You can't tell.
You would be able to tell. This is either literal plate armor or there's hair.
Well, the hair covers the plate armor.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm like, you know those trolls from the 90s, like the little trolls?
I do remember the trolls.
It's like that, only instead of that tuft of hair being my hair, it's my beard.
Oh my god. So, I will ask you this, knowing I must be very upfront with you and very blunt. I offer each of you. You give off the stench of good. It distracts me. But
not good. It wasn't me. I didn't deal that.
The scent of
stench
good?
Of good.
Oh, stench of good. Oh, I guess it's not a virtue for her. Understood.
I am neither good nor bad. Like everyone.
Don't you eat children?
I eat bad children.
Okay. Let the punishment fit the crime, I like to say, but
I help those that do good and punish those that do bad.
Well, I mean, we're out to do good ourselves. To be honest, that's kind of our thing.
I smell it.
Oh.
But I would still like to help you on your way. Her eyes all of a sudden go pupilless black.
Ooh.
For one favor, each of you will get one question of what I can see of you in my sight. Will they love you? Where is your boy? Is your family happy? How will you die? These types of things.
Okay, what's the favor you need?
Has not been determined, but at some point in the future, if I so need a favor from the three of you, you will come to my call.
Okay, can I ask, we're not going to be asked to harm anyone, who's decidedly good,
No,
are we?
I cannot harm the good.
Okay.
This is why you are hanging upside down in your birthday attire compared to those 3 bandits who I ate yesterday.
Oh, okay, all right.
So you did know about the cart.
I did not know about the cart, but they were hiding in these cornfields, and I sat on them.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn to Hugh and Aang and be like, "What do you think? You think? I have a question that's been kind of bugging me for a minute. Do you think we can make this deal?"
Hugh is completely at peace with the world. He doesn't wonder anything.
You have no questions?
Nope.
Okay. So can I have Hugh's question?
It's the benefit of being self-confident to the point of narcissism.
What about you, Aang?
Yeah, I think it could be worth it.
All right.
Only deal is 1 question each.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can agree to this arrangement here. Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah, I think so.
So you agree?
I agree.
Why not?
I agree.
You guys are sitting at the table again, and she gets off of her stool and jumps up onto this table, and still in this little old lady form, but with pupilless black eyes, goes up and kisses each of you on the forehead. So it is done. Who will go first?
Aang, do you have a question for the woman?
You can go first.
Okay. Well, if you know me, you know my life, I guess my question is, where is the child?
Ah, a direct question. The child is not where you left him. Much has changed from so many years ago. He is not so much a child anymore, and he is looking for you.
Okay. I assumed that was the case.
All I know is Grizz is a bad dad.
Your paths have crossed once, maybe twice, but on the 3rd time you will meet.
I can't say I'm looking forward to it, but it is what will be.
Not the family reunion type of guy.
He's not my son.
Indeed, but we must all live with the choices we make. We are nothing but a number of choices, after all.
It's very true.
Aang, you said you have a question as well?
Been kicking around a couple.
Choose wisely.
I get a weird vibe about the queen. Why does she want us to go and collect the rose petal items now? What is the significance of them now?
That is an interesting question. I hope I can give all of you a better answer for. But the queen is not stupid. She knows that there is a storm coming. She knows that the things that gave King Ram his power can be found in these items. And she wishes to have them on her side when the storm breaks. Or the storm begins.
Any chance of you tell me what this storm is?
All in due time. Only 1 question, remember?
Alright.
And my little draggy, Hugh. What can I answer for you?
Will Skarl ever find true love?
There is two answers to this question. I will give you both. Romantically and platonically, there is no stronger love than a holy symbol, a living holy symbol, and its cleric. You love Skarl in a way, no?
Deeply.
And for this reason, Skarl will always know true love. If you ask for little Skarl babies, I cannot see that in my vision.
So I should shelf my idea of starting a iguana petting farm and raising iguanas for leather products.
Maybe the leather products, but not on the farm.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
It is always good to have the hopes and the dreams of the farm.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And as I must go to sleep now and you must be on your way, I will part you with something that my vision cannot seem to look away from. All of my outcomes, I see the same ending. They all have the same ending. I see 3 phoenix carrying roses, breaking the storm to swallow us apart, ridding the sky of darkness. The break in the storm reveals the basilisks consuming themselves while squeezing the sun to empty nothingness. This sight troubles even I who see all things, and it troubles my father as well, Hugh.
Let me guess, another quest for Hugh.
I think this is for all 3 of you.
But mostly me.
I only mention my father because you are his patron. Or he is your patron, sorry.
But we can all agree that I'm the most important, though, right? Guys.
I will admit that when I was a little girl, you were all he talked about.
There we go. And Hugh just starts clapping his hands like, yeah, there we go.
He has waited for you to get here for a long time. I must also warn you of tomorrows in Kellum. The ghosts you chase are very real. The story of these lands often repeats itself. Be careful of the coming storm, you little mortal draggy. She smiles warmingly. Warmingly? Is that a
Warmly?
word? At you? Warmly, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
She smiles warmly at you. And remember what hides beyond the clouds.
Well, that was insightful.
Her eyes return to a normal pupil with brown around them, and she gives you a very toothy, and you notice her teeth are very sharp now. You didn't really realize this before, especially you, Hugh and Gris, as you were very into the food before, but you now notice that she has like very sharp teeth. like a shark. Like she has like shark teeth.
For eating children, I just want to reiterate.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And with that, the vision of her smiling at you is kind of the last thing you can kind of remember as you wake up in the middle of a cornfield and it's early morning.
Oh, shit. Did she leave us with any pie? Can I check my pack for pie?
Yes, she left.
Oh, hell yeah. We got pie, boys.
Also, I have a bunch of Baba Yaga roofie cookies. Just remember that.
You ever see the episode of The Office where they eat the cupcakes and then Kevin just like he eats the cupcake knowing that it's been spiked? That's what Chris is gonna do. He's like, I know, Aang, I know, and he's gonna eat the pie anyway.
And you spend the next several hours of this early morning wandering back through the bent over stalks of corn and through another field of cabbages, another field of grapes. There's a whole crop of grapes being grown, and then you go through 2 more cornfields until you finally get back to the clearing, now devoid of a cottage. Where your horses are waiting patiently.
Nice. I hop on the horse.
They've been like grazing on ears of corn.
just massacring the corn that Hugh was talking to previously.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Ohio.
Excellent.
All right. So, would you three like to continue your way down towards Kellum?
We go towards Kellum. To Kellum we go.
Yep.
All right. I need somebody to roll another d6 for me.
I got this one. Oh, come on. Bam. 3.
Okay. With a 3, the next 3 days pass with no issues. You were able to finish off all of the rations that Maritza had packed for you, and
the red is areas that we've traveled.
yeah.
Nice.
So you know that that's kind of where you had stopped, and then crossed through the field, made a couple turns, and then were maybe somewhere down here, and at one point, and then she dropped you back off somewhere closer to here, and then you walked back to where you were. I'm just gonna like just draw a couple squiggles because magic.
Yeah, sure.
And so for like the next 3 days, you make very good time, going probably close to 20 miles a day at like a fairly easy pace, just going through rolling countryside, following the road. Strangely, you really don't see anybody. There aren't any trading caravans or farmers traveling the roads or anything like that. It's pretty empty. And maybe you can attribute that to the reports of banditry and people staying off the roads.
Yeah, or a mythical creature that is eating children alive and bad people apparently.
Yeah, not just children. I don't want Hugh to color your vision on that.
She makes a stew from them, specifically children.
Specifically children.
We gotta keep the kids in line, man.
Yeah, one way or the other, survival of the fittest.
Yeah, and as you wake up on this 4th day, make a nice hearty breakfast. I'm sure you have dried meats and other goodies.
I got pie. I'm eating that.
You're just 3 days of pie.
Yes.
4 days of
absolutely
4 days of pie.
It's not gonna get any better, so I'm eating
That's
it.
true. You've had that is actually why you've only gone 20 miles each day. You guys are just like tripping real hard on a feeling of near ecstasy all day, like
best.
And you're outdoors, you're in the grasslands, like you can like hear like even you, Gris, without any kind of communing with nature or animals, are able to hear the grass as the wind blows through the grassland.
Best road trip ever.
And Hugh, you actually get some inspiration. Not only did you talk to the corn the first day, but you kept it going throughout the rest of the trip as you were eating some of these cookies.
Excellent.
And you were a little bit more conservative than Gris, not eating all of your cookies, so you still have a little bit of a stash left by the time this trip is over.
Nice.
And Aang, you just kind of babysit your friends for a few days.
Mm-hmm. I'm the sober one of the group.
Trip balls on magic as we ride through the cornfields.
I drink myself to sleep every night because of the long day of dealing with them.
living life as a Kansas kid.
Yeah, living in Kansas.
It's like the fans.
The fans, you're right. 10s of them.
Self-burn?
And on the 4th day, after breakfast, you continue riding, devoid of any hallucinogenics.
Bummer.
As you see Kellum in the distance and arrive. And that's where we're gonna leave off for tonight.
Awesome. Oof. Baba Yaga. I got some research to do, I guess.
You gotta do some research, man. So there are many different forms of Baba Yaga. Let me tell you the 2 extremes that I know her as.
Please tell me you're gonna say John Wick.
No, I've actually never seen John Wick. Is she in John Wick?
They call John Wick.
Dude,
Baba
if
Yaga.
you haven't seen John Wick, you gotta at least see the first one. It is excellent.
I've never seen it either.
Oh,
myself.
it's so good.
I knocked out all 3 back to back to back. It was so worth it.
I want to see it, but I don't think it's streaming anywhere.
I think I watched it on Amazon Prime and maybe Hulu.
Why isn't it? No, it's not letting me share. Hold on. So there's.
Yeah.
No.
The first one is the one that references Baba Yaga, anyways, because they call him
Right.
Baba Yaga,
The boogeyman. Yeah.
So there's that Baba Yaga, which I know, which is the Dragon Ball Z Baba Yaga.
Oh yeah, there is that Baba Yaga.
I forgot about her.
That's who I kind of pictured as I was describing things to you. Like this little old lady that's like totally kind of normal looking.
And then there's this Baba Yaga.
So I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing keto for like 2 weeks now, and I have had no like cravings for sweets. But when you mentioned pie, I just like immediately want to have some blueberry pie so bad.
Nice.
That's super funny.
Click on that YouTube link.
Hellboy.
Oh yeah, Baba Yaga is all over Hellboy.
This is the other Baba Yaga.
Which Hellboy is this? Have I seen this one?
This is the new one with the guy from Stranger
Oh, I
Things.
haven't seen that one. David, whatever.
Yeah, I actually really like it. This movie.
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it got shit on more than it deserved, but it did have some like just bad design decisions.
It definitely did, and they changed a number of things that I was not super thrilled with. But I think they also
Jesus,
brought
that's
in a
terrifying.
Yeah,
That's the other Baba Yaga.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I prefer the first one.
Oh, it's got like
Yeah.
spider leg, like a weird leg.
Just kind of falls.
How do you? I don't know how you remake Hellboy though, because the first one was very good.
Yeah,
the
fucking,
first one was very good.
Ron Perlman was so good as Hellboy.
Honestly, I wish Hellboy. I wish they had like made Pan's Labyrinth Hellboy 3.
Yeah, that would have been actually pretty legit based on the current story that they had in those two.
But
I actually have Ron Perlman Hellboy as like a playmat for Magic.
Nice. Oh, her like titties are all out. It's gross. All right, I'm gonna stop my recording now.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to the Natural Ones podcast. You can find us on Twitter at the Nat Ones Cast or on Facebook, facebook.com/the Nat Ones Cast. You can email us, thenatonescast@gmail.com, or find us individually. You can find Aiden at Alakaya A58. You can find Zeki at Zektown, Jerry at JMEE3RD, or myself at Pat Uglo. Thanks for listening, and is that another natural one?